This is Aaron Goldsmith with the Mariners, and this is Kilgore's Court. Go Cougs!
All right, welcome back to the Halloween episode of Kilgore's Court, and this is the Halloween version of Last Juror Standing. Now, obviously we had to release the last one individually. Why? Because we had some great answers, some great debates, and it just took too damn long. So, I have streamlined and refined this process today. As you can see, I have my Halloween costume on. I am one of the greatest basketball shooters on Earth / one of the greatest judges ever. I am Judge Clay Thompson. Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Go Cougs.
Thank you.
Like it's
Thank you.
of
Also, you will notice this hat right here. This is official WSN merch for Kilgore's Court. Boom. Boom. You can find it at the link below. I'm not going to try to size it up this time. Whatever. Anyway, these are our jurors right on over here. May I introduce you in order from left to right? Austin Peppers, a.k.a. Jamal Adams. Yes, say hello.
What's up?
Nice, perfect, good. We're off to a great start. The champion, defending champion, Andrew the Pimp Fry. Unless, am I missing something here?
Pimp's fine, yeah. No, it's definitely good to be back. I'm ready to defend my title.
Yeah, well, you looked like a pimp last time too, but this time, real deal. All right, and then we have, basically the next best thing, a sports judge. Right, we have
Jacob Bradley.
Thank you. I know, I remembered your name. I was just trying to see if there was a different costume or something going on. So you were the official?
Yep, I'm all about integrity.
Okay, just, can we make sure that whistle works?
Yes, sir.
Gorgeous. I love this show. All right, and then last but not least, deer in the headlights on the right, Alexander Huddleston, a.k.a.
Russell. From Up.
Outstanding. All right, Russell from the movie Up. It's great to see you here. I've heard that you might be a repeat offender on that outfit, Alex. You care to tell me more?
What about it?
That you might be a repeat offender?
Repeat, okay, is not an offense, okay. No, this is, it's a fan favorite. I was called Russell as a kid. Hey, you look like the kid from the movie Up. And I kind of just adopted it. So, for the last 8 years, I've worn this costume. Russell from Up, thank you. Yeah, so it's a fan favorite. Everybody always loves it. Yeah.
You're a fan favorite.
I have to get a new shirt though.
You are an absolute fan favorite, Alex. By the way, Alex over there, or Russell, I'm sorry, is actually responsible for the WSN merch. So, big round of applause for the man.
Oh, Ross.
Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so here's how we're going to do it this time. They have 1 minute each. Okay, so they're going to tell me their top or their hot take. Then they have 1 minute each to defend it, say why it is an acceptable take, and then at the end of the first round, we will eliminate somebody. We're going to have a different sports topic for the next round, eliminate somebody, and then we'll have the last two jurors standing. We're going to find out whose take is the best there in the final round. All right, boys? And
okay.
For those of you that have not been on yet, you have one objection that you can make throughout the 3 rounds of this game. Now, obviously, it might be good to use it earlier because you might be eliminated if you don't. If you think that someone else's take is just absurd, or if you have something that debunks it, whatever, make sure you just say objection. We will let the other person finish, and then you will have 30 seconds to tell me why that take sucks. We got it? We good to go?
Good.
All right. Okay, first things first, the first sport today for our takes is going to be football. Jamal Adams, you're all dressed up, buddy. What is your first take? Give it to me, and then I'll give you a time.
So my take is that Geno Smith is not only going to win the MVP this year, he will also lead the Seahawks to a division, an NFC West division championship.
Okay. Before I turn this timer on, I'm smelling an objection here early. I don't. So you said not only hold on. You said not only Geno Smith MVP, Seahawks are going to win the championship.
The NFC West championship.
Well, okay.
Well, the NFC, so they're going to win the division.
At least the division, yes.
At least, okay. Now
All
you're
right.
going back.
You
Sorry.
will have time,
Sorry.
Alex. Okay. Your 1 minute starts now.
So Geno Smith is off to a start that not a lot of us saw coming. Right now, he has 1,712 yards, 11 touchdowns to just 3 interceptions, and a 66.8 QBR right now. That's 4th for QBR, 7th in yards, tied for 6th in touchdowns, and tied for 6th in interceptions. And what he's done so far for this Seattle team has been so unbelievable, and he just keeps getting better as the season goes along. He got off to a little slow start with the first 2 games, but these last 4 games, unbelievable, especially the last game, 20 of 27, 210 yards, very accurate, with 2 touchdowns. He did have a pick. That was not his fault, though, in my opinion. And they'll win the division because the Cardinals, Rams, and Niners, I know you're a Niner fan, Alex, but all those 3 teams have just underperformed this year, in my personal opinion. All 3 teams
And time.
That 1
Any
minute goes
objections?
quick.
We only get one.
Huh? You only get one whole game. Any objections?
No.
Objection.
Okay. All right, Andrew Fry, what is your
We're not-
football
okay.
take, sir?
So not only does Tom Brady need to retire at the end of this season, he needs to retire before their next game, and I'll tell you why.
Ooh, ready, go.
So there was a wedding up in New England I think it was last week. Bob Kraft got married, and Tom Brady, instead of going to his Friday night practice and even the Saturday walkthrough, he decided to go and attend his old boss's wedding. Now, not even Bill Belichick decided to go to this wedding because why? He had a job to do. Tom Brady of old would have never been caught doing something like this. And now that he's, 44, 45, it shows you that he's getting distracted. He is taking his mind elsewhere off the field. And when he starts to do that, that's when you know your career's over. He's averaging just over 1 touchdown per game this year. He's throwing the ball well. But his mind is obviously in other places. And when that happens, it's time to go.
Wow.
I feel
45
like you
seconds, buddy.
rehearsed
That's
that.
a PR. That's a PR right
I feel like
there.
he rehearsed that.
Now, obviously, you could also say maybe, what do you think about Giselle maybe casting a curse on him?
Well, if you believe in that sort of thing, I suppose that does play into his retirement or the future of his career. But for all of us who know that sort of thing is fake, then it doesn't have much impact.
Well, leave it to a pimp to keep it real. All right. Jacob Bradley, my friend. Is that an official WOA? Are you an actual ref?
Official. By the tag.
Man, you look great. Okay, what is your take, my friend? Over there, please. Boom.
All right. Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers are not only not going to make the playoffs this year, they're going to finish with a losing record.
And go.
All right. One of the biggest issues with this Packers team right now is Aaron Rodgers' lack of mobility is really limiting this offense for a few reasons. So first of all, they don't have a receiver 1. Devontae Adams left this offseason, and now he's stuck with Lazard, he's stuck with Dubes, he's stuck with all these receivers, and they're not able to get open. They don't have the ability to separate like Adams did. And, honestly, Rodgers doesn't have trust with these guys. So it's just not the same. Looking at the O-line, they're not protecting him well at all, and they're not allowing this run game to actually produce. And they have 2 great running backs, so this is a really big concern for the team. Also, let's talk about defense. Coming into this year, I heard, this is the best Packers defense since Rodgers' Super Bowl year. But now you look at the stats, they're only middle of the pack right now in all categories, and they're giving up a bunch of rushing yards. They've lost their last 3 games to Washington, to the New York Giants, to the New York Jets, and they've given up all these rushing yards. Lastly, I want to say, let's look at their schedule. So you probably need more than 500. You need a better than 500 record to get in the playoffs. This team isn't even going to get a 500 record. Coming up, they have to play the Eagles. They have to play the Bills. They have to play the Cowboys. They have to play the Dolphins. They have to play the Bears again. Say they beat the Detroit Lions twice. Say they beat the Bears once. They beat the Titans. They beat the Rams, which they probably won't. That's only 8 wins. How is this team making the playoffs? They're not.
Okay, so you're telling me Aaron Rodgers will not make the playoffs. That's the take.
Yeah.
I have that, honestly.
Okay, I mean, that's a hard one to disagree with. Okay. Russell, football
Okay.
take. What is it?
Oh, my. Okay. The current 6-0 Eagles will lose their first game in the playoffs, whether it be the first round or the second round.
And and go.
Okay, so they're going to end up with a 13-4 record. All right, at the worst, in my opinion. They have the easiest schedule in the NFL. First off, you have to play all the NFC East, which hasn't really proven. I mean, the Giants look good. However, they're still not a proven team, in my opinion. They've played teams like the Commanders, the Browns. You have the Jaguars. You have the Cardinals, who are the worst team in the NFC West. You have the Steelers, who don't have a quarterback at all. You have the Texans, who have been bad literally for the last, since David Carr. Even then, I don't even think they're that good. They play the Colts, who currently just benched their starting quarterback they paid millions for.
Don't remind me.
Oh, yeah, sorry, buddy. Then they play the Giants, we don't even know. They play the Bears, the Saints, who still have a quarterback situation issue. They play the Cowboys. They play the Packers, and you just proved the Packers aren't going to play the playoffs. And honestly, I agree with that. So I don't think the Eagles will win their first game in the playoffs as dominantly as everybody thinks they will, being 6-0.
Okay. All right, so the Eagles will lose their first round playoffs. Got it. Okay, so we've got our 4 takes. We've got Geno Smith, and Geno Smith will be MVP, and the Seahawks will win the division.
That's not.
All right.
Niners fan.
Then we've got Remind Me over
Dude,
here.
I could be a freaking
Tom Brady
Seahawks
needs to
fan.
retire
That's
before
not
next weekend.
Yeah, literally before next weekend. Hot.
in a league with Patrick Mahomes.
Packers will not make the playoffs.
And finish with a losing record.
Losing record. Okay. And then the Eagles are going to lose their first playoff game.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm on 2 ends here. One, that's a massively hot take. However, I think it might be debunked pretty easily for yours, my friend Jamal Adams, Prez, if you will. On the other hand,
Respectfully.
I think the Packers not making the playoffs, I think that's a no-brainer. But losing record?
Let me ask you, when was the last time Aaron Rodgers had a losing record?
I couldn't tell you.
Me neither.
Yeah. Okay, I like the defense. Man.
I know you are, but what am I? That's what that was.
All right.
Meaning
Austin,
it wasn't recent.
come on over here, my friend. Come on over here.
That's probably not a good sign.
Come on.
Did I make the second round?
Come here. Jamal, you're cut, buddy. We're
No,
gonna have to
honestly, I
let
think
you
that's
go.
the scariest.
We're gonna have to
That's
let you
the
go.
scariest
At least I
costume
can
right there.
take this off.
You can take the helmet off.
The amount of injuries
But
that man
you're gonna have
has.
to take off and get the
That's
heck out of here.
terrifying.
All right, we've got 1 down. Gentlemen, how you feeling now that you've advanced?
I mean, we just got rid of the scariest costume. I mean, that's the
Oh,
amount of
scariest
the amount of
costume
injuries he's
now.
had and the amount of money you wasted on him. Honestly, that's terrifying to me.
Can we please not kick the man while he's down?
I'm sorry.
And I don't have to
I
worry
honestly
about.
honestly
That's the
thought.
guy who lost after getting Christian McCaffrey.
Well, he only had 2 days of practice. And played 6 times.
No,
so.
no. Okay, all right. Thank you, Austin. We've got the next
Thank you,
round
all.
coming up.
It was a
Oh boy, we're gonna have to let this settle. Okay, we'll be right back after this, folks, with more Last Juror Standing. All right. Welcome back to round 2 of Last Juror Standing. Now, we had a little scuffle about the 49ers. Jamal Adams almost had to choke a little Russell over there. But we're all good. We've got our 3 contenders left. We've got Andrew Fry, Jacob Bradley, and good old Alexander Huddleston Russell. All right, boys, it is now time for your hottest baseball take. Are we ready?
Absolutely, yes, sir.
All right,
sir.
Andrew Fry, present your take.
Everybody got up in arms about Robbie Ray coming out of the bullpen to face Yordan Alvarez in Game 1 of the ALDS. But that was absolutely the correct decision, and if they could go back to the same situation, they should do it again.
Go.
So Yordan Alvarez this year in 2022 had a higher batting average and a higher slugging percentage against off-speed pitches. Now, the most popular argument about about who should come into the game to face Yordan was Eric Swanson. Now, Eric Swanson he has a nasty splitter, and splitters are good against lefties. Eric Swanson was the Mariners' lefty specialist this year. He came in to face predominantly lefties with that nasty split. But Yordan actually hit better overall against splitters and changeups this year than he did fastballs. And what's Robbie Ray's best pitch? That's right. It's his fastball. Now, Robbie Ray has given up the most home runs in Major League Baseball this year. However, when you consider that Robbie Ray's best pitch is his fastball and Yordan's objectively worst pitch to hit off of, even though he slugged the crap out of fastballs this year, but his slugging percentage was lower against fastballs than the off-speed pitch, Robbie Ray was the best option, especially when you consider lefty on lefty. Yordan Alvarez, it was unfortunate what he did for us Mariner fans, but Robbie Ray was the best decision. It is not Scott Service's fault.
That one hurts. That one hits deep. I mean, it's a hot take, to be sure, but I personally would have liked George Kirby there.
And yeah, that's fine. And if you want to throw him there to get one out, the question is, does that screw him up for a Game 3 start? Because pitchers, as we know, are very meticulous. They're on the routine. We saw that Phillies guy the other day have 3 rosin bags delivered to him on the mound because it was raining. They took one out in a plastic bag, So pitchers are very meticulous.
Prima donnas.
Yes, very meticulous. They don't like to be interrupted.
Yeah, or here's an idea. We just never throw a pitch to Yordan Alvarez again. All right, anyway, we're going to move on to the next take. Jacob Bradley, baseball, what do you got?
All right. Cal Raleigh and his nickname, Big Dumper, is the greatest nickname in the history of baseball.
Oh, baby. This is going to be a hard one to beat. Ready, go.
Great Gambino.
All right. So Cal Raleigh is already an icon for the city of Seattle. He led the MLB in home runs as a catcher this year, and of course he hit that walk-off home run to send Seattle to the playoffs in the first time in 21 years. Seattle loves Cal Raleigh, and they love Big Dumper. Another reason Big Dumper is the best nickname ever, it's authentic. There's literally not a better way to describe his perfect round bosom, okay? It's the perfect...
Bosom?
It's the perfect descriptor. A lot of these other names aren't authentic, which brings me to my other point. Let's think about the other great names in MLB history, right? All right, so there's Babe Ruth. That's his nickname. A lot of people don't even know Babe Ruth's nickname is Babe Ruth. His real name isn't Babe Ruth.
His nickname was the Great Gambino.
Second of all, his secondary nicknames are better than his actual nickname, like Bambino and the Sultan of SWAT. Second, David Ortiz, Big Papa, took that from Notorious B.I.G., invalid name. Yogi Berra, pretty cool nickname, you may think, until you learn that he was named that because as a kid, his friends saw him crying and sulking after a loss, and he looked like he was in a yoga pose, so they called him Yogi Berra. Lastly, Mariano Rivera, maybe the best name, Sandman. But guess what? That's inauthentic. That's like a 50s song, and in most children's stories, Sandman goes into children's rooms, puts sand in their eyes to make them have vivid dreams. That's messed up. Terrible nickname. Cal Raleigh, Big Dumper, all day.
I'll object.
I'm sorry. I object. We both object?
Yeah.
I object.
There's 2 objections.
I object.
Okay, I want to
know
get
why
this out of the
you're
way
objecting.
first and foremost. Jacob, bosom.
Bosom is chest, dog.
Bosom?
I looked it up.
No, but rear end, I've never heard bosom or bosom used for a butt.
Bosom is
ever.
chest.
Okay, but
dog.
if you need a butt to look at, Cal Raleigh, Big Dumper.
Nice deflection. All right, we've got 2 objections. We've got 2 objections, and we're both sure we want to use this right now.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're...
All right, Andrew.
I just want to make the last round.
The
so.
objection, boy, he's gonna rattle off like 10
Can I rebut as well afterwards?
I might.
10
We'll
seconds,
see.
maybe.
We'll see. All right, Andrew. 30 seconds. Ready? Go.
Okay, so you mentioned Babe Ruth. Yes, his nickname is great. But the best name in baseball history, I think, it's got to be Big Papi. And there's really no question about it. Now, there's a lot of other great ones. Yogi Berra, Oil Can
Which I told you
Boyd.
about.
Let's see. Satchel Paige, one of the greatest pitchers maybe ever. Shoeless
Isn't
Joe.
that a bag?
The
Shoeless
Wizard.
Joe.
Mr. October.
Wait, is it
I
a
mean, there
bag
are
or a
so
bag?
many
That name.
different iconic names. That Big Dumper, while comedic and hilarious, and I love it, I'll call him Big Dumper till the end of time. There are way more iconic names, way better names than just a guy with a big butt.
Yeah, I literally told you about Yogi Berra.
Whoa, whoa,
man.
whoa, hold on,
Objection.
hold on.
Objection.
All right. Russell's objection and go.
It's very quick, honestly. My objection is, a lot like how Mr. Fry here, Pimp Fry, talked about just the iconicness of a name. Big Dumper is only iconic in the city of Seattle and the state of Washington.
Good point.
If you're talking about Babe Ruth, if that's his name, Babe Ruth, I don't know baseball that well, but I know who Babe Ruth is. People know who Babe Ruth is.
But that's his name. Like, literally,
just
people
said
think that's his name.
You just said that's his nickname.
Hold on. Do you have
But it's his
anything else
But
to add?
if it's his nickname, Babe Ruth, that's his nickname. It's one of the most iconic names. There's literally a candy named after it, Baby Ruth.
Okay, Bambino is literally a better nickname, and that's his
There's so
secondary
many
nickname.
glaring inaccuracies here. It's unreal. Okay. All right. Those are the two objections. Russell, tell me what your take is, my friend.
Phillies in 6.
That's the hot take. All right. Phillies in 6 over the Astros, who have not been beaten this playoffs. All right. You got a minute. Ready, go.
All right. So, for this to happen, they have to split the first 2 games in Houston. They have to win one of the first 2 games. And then after those two first games, they go back home. And honestly, I think they have one of the best home field advantages in the MLB. In those 2 first games, the reason they're going to split those 2 first games, they have two best pitchers on their team and one of the best 1-2 duos in the MLB. You have Aaron Nola and Zach Wheeler will pitch those first 2 games. One of those 2 will get it done, and then they'll go back to Philadelphia to play. Then they have the home field advantage in Philly for the next 3 games after that. They'll split 3 and 4. Houston won one of them, making both teams 2-2 in the series. Game 5, Nola will be back to pitch. He'll be rested. He'll be able to go and win it at home, making it 3-2, and then go back to Houston and they'll get it done with Wheeler.
Okay, that's it.
You're going to win 2 against Verlander and 1 against
You already
Framber
objected.
Valdez.
You already used your objection.
I'm sorry. That's ridiculous.
Already used your objection. Already used your objection.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Okay, so let's go over the 3 takes right quick. So first and foremost, Andrew, remind me.
Robbie Ray was the best option for Jordan
Ooh.
in Game 1.
How about nobody? Okay. That one, your hot takes really toe the line with me and my biases, but I respect it and I love it. There's a reason you're the defending champion. Jacob?
Wait a second. We want a fair justice system here.
Yeah, well, guess what? The justice system's flawed. I don't know if you've ever heard that, but you're the only one that wants to go to jury duty in this room. All right, go ahead. Jacob Bradley, what was yours again?
Scott Surveys should have pitched to Jordan.
No.
That was not your take.
It was the nickname one,
No,
man.
Yeah.
hey, hit me back. I was just kidding. Yeah, Big Dumper, best name in baseball history.
Best nickname, most iconic, I believe, was your phrase, right?
Yes,
Best.
which isn't true.
No, you said best. We said it's not the most iconic.
Okay.
So it can't make it the best.
Yeah.
I mean, it could. All right, and then we've got the Phillies in 6.
And I broke it down for you.
Yes, you did. Yes, you. I didn't. I don't.
tried
I
to
think I
break it
only heard
down,
2 names in there, but I think I've made my decision. Alexander,
Over the names?
come over here.
What?
Come over here.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Come here.
Get hot, my guy.
Come here. Come here. Come on. Come talk to me about it. Come here. Hey, you were the most adorable one here today.
Yeah, so why'd you keep me on for another round?
All right, Boy Scout. Troop dismissed. Time to go. Alex Huddleston, everybody. Oh.
The longer prosper.
All right. So that leaves 2. We've got Andrew Fry and Jacob Bradley. Boys, next one's basketball. You ready?
More
Yes,
than ready.
sir.
All right. Finals coming up next here on Kilgore's Court. All right, welcome back to Kilgore's Court and Last Juror Standing. I am Judge Clay Thompson. Go Cougs. This is the final round. We've got 2 jurors remaining, which can only mean one thing. There will be 1 juror left, I guess, sitting? But Last Juror Standing is the name. It sounds cooler. Anyway, Andrew and Jacob, the pimp and the official, respectively. Gentlemen, Are we ready? The last topic is basketball.
Yeah, I'm set, ready to go.
All right, Andrew, give me your take, and then I'll start the time.
So if an average American has an option to attend either a basketball or hockey game, because we know they run simultaneously, you should go absolutely to an NHL hockey game over an NBA basketball game.
All right, the basketball take is that hockey's better. Got it. Starting now.
So let me get one thing clear. Hockey is the best arena sport in the entire world. Now, I know going to the baseball playoffs is fantastic, and March Madness, as we know, is electric, and the NBA Finals is great too. However, hockey, on a day-to-day basis, they play 81, 82 regular season games, is absolutely electric. We've seen the stuff they can do with the lights on the ice at the beginning of games and even throughout the games during the intermissions. So hockey, the experience you get as a fan, not only do you get the same great food items you can, because many hockey teams share arenas with basketball teams, but you get a better value product because, you know, in hockey, they're hitting each other. It's like football mixed with kind of soccer mixed with a little bit of basketball. And hockey overall is a better sport than basketball. It is more fun to watch. Maybe not on TV because you can't really see the puck. But when you're in the arena, it is the most entertaining thing to watch in person in the entire world as far as sports go.
Whew. Oh, right on the dot, too. Well, I asked the man to bring me a basketball take, and he tells me that hockey is more exciting. All right, Jacob. I don't know why. Yeah, whatever. All right, Jacob, you have 30 seconds to give...
Oh, right now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, to go ahead and give me a differing thought.
Okay. Let me ask you, as a hockey fan,
Mm-hmm.
how many buzzer beaters have you seen at a hockey game?
You know, I've seen plenty of shootouts. Buzzer beaters, not many. You get close, right? You know, the Miracle on Ice was scored with what, 12, 13 seconds
So
left?
like you don't get
it's not a
quite
buzzer
that-
beater.
You
It's
don't
not a
get
buzzer
that
beater, but it's
atmosphere of the
close.
buzzer. Okay. One of your points was food, and then you said they're available also at basketball arenas.
Well,
how
many
many
of them share the same arena.
How many like alley-oops and like fast break dunks have you ever seen at a hockey game?
How many big brawls have you seen at a basketball game?
A lot, actually.
Have you now?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's talk about Isaiah Stewart and LeBron James last year. And they don't got pads on. Lastly, hockey puck, not a hockey ball.
I said it was a hockey puck.
All right. I don't know how good the objection was, but I like where you're going. There are no slam dunks or buzzer beaters necessarily in NHL hockey. But
Puck's not a ball.
however,
That was the point.
the brawls, I'm NBA first. I'll say that. But the brawls, hockey, they actually let them go, and it's crazy. So, all right, Jake. I don't know why I'm reverting to calling you that. I've never called you that before. Whatever. You have your basketball take ready.
Yeah, I actually do.
All right, Jacob, give it to me.
All right. The Brooklyn Nets are going to win the Eastern Conference.
Brooklyn Nets are going to win the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, they are.
They're
And I'll tell you
currently
why.
not doing too well. Ready, go.
I'll tell you why. Number one reason. It starts with a K and ends with a D. Number 2 reason, Kyrie Irving. Let's think about 2 years ago, okay? This Nets team took the championship Milwaukee Bucks to overtime in Game 7 and were literally 2 inches away from beating the NBA champions, okay? And since then, that Nets team has only gotten better, okay? Since then, they've added Seth Curry. Since then, Patty Mills. Since then, TJ Warren. You remember bubble TJ Warren? I do, 50 a night. I almost said a bad word. Okay, next, Ben Simmons, huge addition. Let's talk about what Ben Simmons is going to do for this offense and for this defense. He's going to totally change the dynamic. An amazing passer. He's already been used in pick and rolls. He's been used on dribble handoffs. And his ability to run the fast break is going to be amazing and fit in so well with these shooters. Lastly, also kind of around Ben Simmons, the Nets' mobility in their lineups is going to be insane this year. They can run tall ball with Ben Simmons at the 5. They can run tall ball with Simmons at the 1, KD at the 3, Claxton at the 5, De'Aaron Sharp at the 4. Yeah, freaking Nets, bro.
Friggin' Nets, bro. Andrew, you a big NBA guy? You follow it all?
I'll reveal that to you after we've concluded here.
Oh, wonderful. Well, do you have a rebuttal?
I do actually, yes.
Ready,
So
go.
I looked up Brooklyn Nets as you were speaking, and it turns out that the Nets are dead last in NBA ticket sales as prices are soaring. Now, I don't know how many games a team can win if nobody's going to watch them. Now, I get that the season's young, but when the fans don't even care about the team, then how are they going to do good?
I think fans do care about this team.
Then why aren't they going to the game?
Maybe we can talk about the cost of living in New York, America. But also, freaking, how do you not like this team? They got 3 freaking stars on the team.
Well, if they like
they're
the
Brooklyn.
team, they'd be going to the game.
Have you seen their court? Coolest court in the league.
The fans don't seem to think so. They're not going.
Dude, the fans are busy like trading stocks and stuff. They can't do that.
All right, gentlemen. Wow. Well, I don't know about these final takes. I'm not too sure about either of these. One is you came onto a basketball show, Andrew, as the defendant. Well, not basketball show. I apologize. Came onto a sports show as the defending champion. I asked you to give me a basketball hot take. You tell me hockey is better, at least live. That was
That's
the
right.
live experience.
Hockey is the greatest. The take was because these seasons are played simultaneously. If you're an average American and you've got the funds to attend one game in your hometown, you got to go to an NHL game over an NBA game.
Okay. And then the other, while the Nets are doing terribly, and
They're 1 and 2, yeah.
yeah, well, yeah, I get this is a young season.
Yeah.
You're saying they're going to win the East.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, Kyrie's been inconsistent. Like Ben Simmons. Oh, one thing I did want to add: we certainly know Ben Simmons is not going to be involved in any pick and pop opportunities.
Pick and roll.
Yeah, no, pick and roll, yes. Pick and pop, no. Okay, so we've got 2 takes, gentlemen. Well, here we go. I don't know what to do here, but all right. Jacob Bradley, come here. Come here. Come here. Here is your winner, Jacob Bradley. Now, Andrew, this hurts because you are a fantastic takesman. You are the defending champion. But you told me to my face that the NHL was a better experience. And it is pretty awesome. Huh?
I proved it to you.
I don't know about proof. That's very subjective, what you said. Anyway, right here, ladies and gentlemen, feast your eyes. You can take another whistle of celebration. Yes. Jacob Bradley, your new last juror standing. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, give him a better clap than that, Mr. Fry. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, okay. All right, Andrew, let me say, you are Big Pimpin', and you are welcome back at any time.
Whenever you'll have me.
All right. Jacob Bradley, ladies and gentlemen, your winner of the last juror standing. He will defend on the next episode. Do you have any winning words, my friend?
I hope the Nets make it to the finals.
That makes...
But not really, because I'm a Joel Embiid fan.
Yeah, I was about to say that makes one of us. All right. Jacob, congratulations,
Thank
sir.
you, Luke.
Thanks for being on. That is Last Juror Standing, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back with more Kilgore's Court after this.